Hi everyone. Today I am going to tell you a very short story, and this one I read from Bhagavad Katham. Actually I liked it, so I thought that I should share this story with all of you. So let me begin the story. The name of the story is Poonthanam and Lord Guruvayurappan. So let me begin. Once there was a great devotee named Poonthanam who worshipped Lord Krishna with his heart and soul. Every day he was in deep devotion of Lord Krishna, and he was reciting Bhagavatam Katha, and the people loved to listen it. So one day he decided to go to North Kerala, a place where a temple is named as Kottiyur, and the main deity of that temple was Lord Shiva. So Poonthanam wished to visit that temple. He went there, but this Kottiyur was opened only for few days, and the rest of the days nobody would be there. He went to that place, took his bath in the holy river, and worshipped Lord Shiva. But every day he was reciting Bhagavatam Katha in that temple, and hundreds of people gathered there to listen to the beautiful recitation of this man Poonthanam. So after few days, as you know, that was open for few days. So when it was completed, means the days were over, he came back with the other devotees. While on the way, suddenly he remembered he has left his Bhagavatam book on the temple. So he ran towards the temple to collect his book. When he reached there, on the entrance gate, he heard the voice of somebody who was reciting the same Bhagavatam Katha. Actually, when he was reciting Bhagavatam Katha inside the temple, he didn't finish the complete book. So after reading a chapter, he put a bookmark, and that is for to continue the next day, the other chapter. But when he next day when he opened the book, he saw that the bookmark was once again in the beginning page. He couldn't think anything. He thought that by mistake he had done that. So he read the same chapter again, and again after finishing the chapter, he kept the bookmark. And the next day, same thing happened. The bookmark was again on the first page. He couldn't believe how after finishing the first chapter, he kept the bookmark, and how it would be in the first page again. But he didn't say anything to anyone. And people also, they like to listen the same chapter again and again. Now when he came back to collect his book, in the entrance gate, he heard that the same chapter recitation. He then went close to the door and looked through the peephole of the door, and he couldn't believe his eyes. He saw that Lord Shiva was reciting the same chapter to Parvati and all the other Bhutaganas. And Parvati was listening, all of them were listening very carefully and joyfully. Then after finishing that same chapter, which contained about Lord Krishna was teasing Rukmini, because he loved to tease her, ki, "Oh Rukmini, why did you marry me when there are already so many worthy people like Jarasandha, Sisupala and Jayadratha," like this thing he was telling. So listening all his words, Rukmini fainted. That he liked to tease her and again to console her. This chapter was written in the that chapter only Poonthanam was reading. So when he saw that Lord Shiva was reciting, out of first thing he shivered, his whole body shivered out of joy, and he cried loudly, "Oh Lord Krishna!" And when he looked back again, he saw that Lord Shiva Parvati, while Shiva was reciting, he asked Parvati, "Oh Parvati, did you like this chapter?" Parvati said, "Yes, I loved it, but you are not reading like Poonthanam." Thus Poonthanam was extremely excited, and out of joy he cried, "Oh Lord Krishna!" Then again when he looked back, there was no one. Lord Shiva, Parvati and all the Bhutaganas disappeared. This is one instance of the love, the pure love, pure devotion of a devotee. Guruvayurappan was no one but Lord Krishna, and Poonthanam was his great devotee. Thus to satisfy Poonthanam, Lord Krishna and Lord Shiva showed some miracle, and people also became very happy. Anyways, this much is the story, but just keep trust on Almighty and do pray to God and believe Him, and thus the story is ended. Thank you so much.